God, I gotta go along here. I can't believe it. So he throws the vacuum cleaner in the car. He and I drive over to Sears in the Fayetteville Mall, and he stomps around that first floor and he finds the appliance guy. And he says, "Hey, this vacuum cleaner is blowing a light. I want a brand new one." And the guy looks at me like, "Are you his attendant?" Well, he browbeats the hell out of him, and he won't cave in. So he goes to the floor manager, the same thing. "This vacuum cleaner doesn't work, the lights burn out, we want a new one." So he goes up to the guy sends him finally to the general manager on the third floor. Up we go in the elevator with this vacuum cleaner. True story. He walks into the office, the secretary says, "Can I help you?" He says, "No, you can't." Boom, he barges right through the manager's door, who sits at his desk. He brings his vacuum cleaner and slams it on the floor. "I want a new vacuum cleaner. The light is not working in this one." The guy looks at it, he says, "That's gotta be at least 5 years old." He says, "Yeah, it is." "Well, what do you think you need a new vacuum cleaner for?" And he says, "Right here on your desk." He says, "We guarantee customer satisfaction." Well, the guy says, "Well, of course we do after 2 or 3 months if something goes wrong." Anyway, he browbeats the hell out of it. And this is honest to God true. I'm sitting in a chair now. I can't get over this. The guy picks the phone up on his desk. He calls appliance. He says, "Hey, there's a guy coming down with a vacuum cleaner. You take the vacuum cleaner and give him anything he wants." True story. Boom. Down we go. So I'm thinking, I got a chainsaw, you know. I'm going in the next day. True story. And of course, neighborly, another one of Ed's great deals was he was a very good neighbor. And there was a time in there when your garage door wouldn't close. And we had a neighbor that had a Great Dane. And that Great Dane would wander all over the street. It was Bobo. Yeah. The dog was Bobo. Yeah,
he chased us.
Now, Jill told me this. I wasn't around for this, but Jill told me. The dog tore up the garbage in their garage because the garage door wouldn't go down. He's thrown it all over. Eddie, the next morning, picks it all up, boom, boom, boom. Well, the same thing happens the next night. So at 2:30 in the morning, Eddie calls up Ronald. He says, "Ronald, are you sleeping?" Ronald says, "Yes, I am." He says, "Well, I'm not, goddammit. And your dog is in my garage tearing that place apart." Now, that's how neighborly he was. He says, "You've got 2 options. You come down here and get that dog, or I'm going to shoot him in the head." This is one of the beatitudes of Eddie. And the last one I'll tell you, I could tell you a million, but the last one, this is on marketing. Joe O'Donnell will know this. He's a great salesman and marketer. One day, Eddie bought a farm across the street. It had 2 barns. There are 2 barns in it. And one of the barns is chock full of hay. But the hay is 20 years old. You pick up a bale and it just bursts. You couldn't feed it to camels. So he puts an ad in the paper. Hay for sale, $1 a bale. He gets nobody shows up. I said, "Well, I told you, Eddie, you know, it's not going to work. You can't give this away." He says, "Barry, you don't understand marketing." I said, "Well, what are you going to do?" He says, "I'm going to put an ad in the next week's paper. Horse hay, $3 a bale." I said, "You're crazy, Eddie. Never going to work." 3 days after that thing came out, the entire barn was empty. So that was Eddie in marketing. He knew exactly what the hell was going on. He was targeting the wrong people. He wanted to target all these people with a little horse in the backyard that had no idea what hay was really all about. So, yeah.
Tell the story about when you decided to butcher a pig.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
On Halloween night.
We don't want to go there.
Bad decision. Wait, no.
Eddie and I,
Really?
take that back. I raised six pigs.